You let me know when you're ready, and I'll let
We
you
are
know.
live. Back at this now. We apologize for those technical glitches. It's the, I guess the issues of technology. Life is easier all the time. Back with Admirals President Jon Greenberg. My name is Charlie Larson. And we're going to go over some questions that you guys have submitted that we can take a look at here about the Admirals' new move or whatever else it happens to be on your mind. So we're going to just go like this, and then we go like there we go. I want to see us on the camera, make sure that there's actually sound this time, and it appears that there is. So let's go back over the whole parking issue.
Sure.
Season ticket holder parking, handicap parking, where should people park? Want to go play in a park? Where should we go? All that stuff.
Sure. Well, again, thank you for your patience with this.
I'm probably not going to have a job after this.
Yeah, as we were saying, this stuff doesn't happen at County Chung. So, parking, I had a conversation with the Bradley Center earlier today, and happy to know that their parking structure, the one on 6th and State that many season ticket holders currently park in, that structure is still going to be standing throughout the life of the Bradley Center. And then we also have a large surface lot right across the street from the UW Panther Arena on Kilbourne. It's about 300 spots in that lot. We'll also be having some discussions with the parking lots in the area, the Hyatt parking lot, which many people have parked in over the years, and other lots that are in the area that we want to make it as easy as possible for people to have parking. In terms of season ticket holder parking or season parking packages that we've been able to offer before, we're going to work on those things and try and find the best way to do it. The Kilbourne lot is going to be a little bit challenging in that that lot services the Wisconsin Center, Convention Center, and the Milwaukee Theater as well. So when there are multiple events going on in those lots, those buildings, those lots will fill up quickly. So we're going to do our best to make parking as available and as convenient for people as we can. We may be able to sell small parking packages that allow people to have access to those lots when they are available. It won't be ideal, but we're going to do the best we can. And I would tell you that we actually catch a benefit by the fact that we're moving south as opposed to the new arena, which is being built north. Which, the farther you get away from that, I think the easier it'll be to park, but it'll certainly over the next few years be a little bit more challenging to do that. And but we're going to do our best to make sure that people who are coming to games have as many parking options as we can possibly come up with. But we're having those discussions now, and hopefully be able to get answers to those things sooner rather than later.
And then what kind of, what are going to be the food and drink options? I think that was what we started off with last time, but you didn't hear. Sorry about that.
Right, and we, one of the first meetings that Harris Tur, our owner, had after we agreed to the deal was with Levy Concessions. Levy, which does concessions in the Bradley Center, also does the concessions in the UW Panther Arena, and it was agreed by everyone that that was an area that needed improvement and more options and more creative and having more stands open. Obviously, our crowds are going to be good size to fill in that building, and we're going to need to make sure that there's as many concession stands open and available and many different options for people from a food standpoint. There'll be more than what's in there now for sure, and we're excited about what could happen here from a food and beverage standpoint. I think we've got some pretty creative ideas, and the folks at Levy and with the Wisconsin Center District seem very interested in making sure that area works well and is something that people can know that is a good option for them.
So I guess that goes along with some of the other a wider arching theme is that what other improvements are planned here for the arena?
Yeah, that's certainly a question we've been asked a lot as well, and the Admirals have committed to spend $2 million in our new space here. The Wisconsin Center District is committed to spend over $4 million. A lot of these things to make improvements in the building. Obviously, there are locker rooms that need to be built, really from scratch, which will be, great for our players. We want to make sure that we keep in mind that we're also here to develop hockey players, and so giving them the best facilities that we can give them is going to be important. And there'll be brand new locker room for the Admirals, new locker rooms for our visiting team, the Milwaukee Wave soccer team, and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee visiting basketball teams when they come in. Those teams will all share one locker room. So that's a big area. The merchandise store up on the
that was another question people had, was about the merchandise store. Yeah.
They put a merchandise store in this year, and that's an area that would like to have basically increased in size, just so that it can handle more of the merchandise deal. They were very kind last year in offering us space in that store to put Admirals gear, even though we weren't even playing in the building yet. So to have more room there in that space, that's on the east side of the building. There's a small store, and then we're also going to have another merchandise area on the west side of the building, more of a portable type setup, so that people have access from both sides of the building to Admirals merchandise. So merchandise will be an area. The improvement of the concession stands, will be a big thing, making them look better, function better. They're putting in a full-time kitchen in the building, which will help with making sure food is always ready to go at these stands. They're also, if people haven't been in the building lately, they've replaced about 80% of the seats over the last year and a half, and they're going to finish doing that this summer. So every single seat in the building will be less than 2 years old. And those who have come down and tried out the seats over the last week or so have, I think, been pleasantly surprised by the comfort of the seats as well as the legroom in those rows. They have a beautiful new scoreboard that they've already put in the building. It's an HD scoreboard, center hung scoreboard, and very impressed with how that looks. And there's corner video boards that they've put in, and there's going to be new lighting that's going to go in to the building as well. So I think over time this building will continue to evolve. And we've talked a little bit about retro cool, making the building. It's a historic building. A lot of amazing things have happened in it over the last 65 years, and we want to make sure those things are celebrated as well. So I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they come to a game in the fall.
What's the garage sale? We do that every year.
Yeah.
Where's that going to be this year?
Garage sale this year will be still at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in the West Atrium, sometime in June. We hope to be playing hockey still in June. That would mean we're in the finals, and would be after that is over. But it'll be sometime in the month of June, and West Atrium, as we've done it in the past. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of really cool items that we'll have there that either we're not bringing across the street or it would make more sense to try and sell over there. And I know the Bradley Center, I think, will have a few items of their own that they'd like to incorporate into that. So I think garage sale this year is going to be a pretty neat event. So you can plan on seeing more about that at MilwaukeeAdmirals.com, and you should plan on sometime in the month of June.
What about ticket prices? How are those going to be impacted by our move over?
Sure. Well, ticket pricing has already been announced, which it's on our new seating chart, and we'll be able to create an additional seating category in the building. We've been able to offer $15 seats for the first time in a long time, and the good news is a lot of the capacity of the building is less. The ticket prices are less than they are currently at the Bradley Center. So we worked really hard to make sure that we kept this as affordable for people as possible. There are some increased ticket prices in certain areas. The good news is, if you're a season ticket holder, is that you get a 25% discount on your season tickets, which helps to offset a good portion of that cost. Will it cost a little bit more? It will. But at the end of the day, you've got those great guaranteed seats that you've wanted to have for years, and or have had for years, and you want to make sure you keep getting those. And we've given you a pretty good discount, and I think a pretty good list of benefits this year.
Like for first time ever
Yeah,
in Admirals history, fans will get a concession gift card.
yeah,
Season ticket holders,
right.
right?
If you're a full season ticket holder and you're paid in full by July, you'll have a $100 gift card for each of the seats that you have. So $100 concession gift card, which is a great way to be able to come to the games then, and you're planning on coming anyway. So now you can come.
27 hot dogs in one game.
Right? Yeah.
That's our record, I think.
Yeah. I don't know that I really recommend that unless the guy from the eating contest is here, but.
Kobayashi, I think
Yeah,
is what you're looking
exactly. Yes, but we're excited about that benefit, and again, the fact that more than half the building is going to be less, the ticket price lower than what we've had in the last many years is, I think, a great message to families and to the people who are trying to put together groups and that thing, that you can still plan on coming for sure and getting a great price.
Yeah. Sarah here on Facebook had submitted a question. Also, it looks like Tanner had also submitted a question. Same question. What's going on with flex plans? We haven't seen anything about those yet.
Sure.
We're still going to have those, and Roscoe's crew as well.
Yes, we will absolutely continue to have flex plans. We will absolutely continue to have Roscoe's crew. We are focused right now on fulls and halves over the next several weeks. But if that doesn't work into your plan, your entertainment plan, then I would absolutely tell you that there will be flex plans available. And Roscoe's crew for sure. That is a huge part of what we do for kids and families. And there's actually been some creative ideas thrown around of different levels of the Roscoe's crew that you can take part in, whether it's kind of more of a basic plan or more of an advanced plan that might have a few more bells and whistles to it. So we're looking forward to rolling those things out. But right now the focus is really on fulls and halves as we get people reseated here over the next few weeks.
Sure. What's the status of our promotions? What's going to happen with our promotions, specifically the Admirals Concert Series?
Yeah. Concerts are certainly something we want to continue. We have had a tradition here of doing those for so many years, well predating me, and to the point where now we're doing this year our 5th concert coming up here on April 2nd. The plan is to have hopefully 3 or 4 each year, and we actually had a meeting with the folks from Summerfest who help us put these shows together every year. They came in with us to see us a couple months ago and went over into the Panther Arena and tried to scope out some areas and ways that we could do the shows and what would be best for the artists that are here. Because it's not as easy as just putting together a little stage. There's production that goes on with these things, and we want to make sure that when the artist comes here that they have a good experience. So a lot of times the shows that we do, the word of mouth is what gets other artists to come here. Our country shows, a lot of times those people are such a tight-knit group in the country music industry that somebody will call and say, hey, you played that hockey game last year in Milwaukee, how was that? And As opposed to the Blackhawks, though, is that the circus only comes here for a week, as opposed to maybe 2 weeks down in Chicago. And that week-long time, I mean, as I always tell people, we've got to play 38 road games. So, just telling the league, hey, here's a week where we got to go on the road. They'll just send us on the road for that week when the circus is here. There are other events. I mean, this is a building that does have other events. This is not purely the Admirals arena. And there are UWM men's basketball games. There are 15 of those roughly. There are 10 wave soccer games that are played in the building every year. Obviously, we've got 38 Milwaukee Admirals hockey games. We've got a circus that comes in. This weekend there's the robotics convention that's going to be in the building for a few days. So, there are special events that go into the building, but as I said, we have to go on the road and play games too. So you can't just plan on being home for 6 months and playing your 38 games. It's just like any other schedule.
Is there going to be Dog Day next year?
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to carve out space for that because obviously we don't have a 400 level or an upper level like we have at the Bradley Center. But we'll certainly plan to do that. That's a fun event for everybody every year, and we'll have to figure out early. I think one of the challenges we'll have as a staff is trying to really plug in promotional days early, so that we can carve out seating areas like for a dog day. We can say, okay, this is where dogs go and this is how it works, and we still have that kind of separation that we've had in the past.
Great question here by Troy. I think it's a great question, especially from a home record perspective. Do we have to tell Rockford and Chicago that we're moving?
Yes, when they show up across the street, there's a Marquette basketball game at the same night. That might be challenging. So.
The Wolves versus Marquette.
Yes,
who would win? In basketball, it's probably going to be Marquette.
Probably Mini Ditka. Yes, we're excited to have our opponents come in here. I think it's just from everything that I've heard from former players or our alumni who have been in this building, or Paul Fenton, the Nashville assistant GM who was in this building as an opposing player back in the 80s. This is a really hard place to play when that building is full. So we want to make sure that we're able to create that noise and create that atmosphere that makes it a hard place for visiting teams to come into. And I think having this be a fun atmosphere for all of us, I think is going to be, it's going to really just make it a lot of fun. So, yes, we're going to tell them we're playing here, and then we're going to hopefully kick their butt all over the place.
Still beat them anyway,
Yes.
just like we've done in Chicago all season. Hopefully it continues with Rockford. Kevin, great question. Saw the picture that we posted online about this chat. He wants to know where he can get an Admiral's chair like this one.
Yeah,
See?
isn't
Look
that
at
cool?
that. Isn't that nice?
Yes. So you can actually go through a
Should we
company.
show them the secret, the actual secret to what it is?
Go ahead. Yeah. So these chairs are actually made by a company named called Dream Seat, and Dream Seat does all these chairs for colleges and other teams. You actually buy the leather chair, and then you take out that panel that has your logo on it. So you could actually get a chair like this, and get your favorite college, your Major League Baseball team, your favorite American Hockey League team. Of course, there's only one, but you can do all those things, and then substitute in by season how you'd like that chair to go.
However you want.
If people go onto the web and look up Dream Seat, you'll see that product, and it's kind of fun to be able to swap out the logo of your chair.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll get some picture of the Wolves with an X through it.
Yeah,
to put in here.
sure.
It might not be a bad idea.
We put that on the seat.
Two questions that might go hand in hand. On Instagram, we had a question: will we be adding employees? And then another question from Facebook that we had from Stephanie was, what type of security will the arena have? And I think those two might go hand in hand.
Yeah, those are really good questions. In terms of the staffing internally, we need to kind of see how things lay out over the next year or so in terms of staffing. We currently hire about, or have at games an additional 35 to 40 game day employees who help us do all the things that we need to do to play the game, who help, our 15 full-time people do their thing. So I think we'll have to see how things lay out that way. In terms of security in the building, the Wisconsin Center District does have ushers. They do have usher supervisors. The building, or the actual entity, the Wisconsin Center District, has its own security. We'll be certainly making sure we have security in addition to that. As you might expect, we can't lay out too many security details. That would be counterproductive, but we would certainly have ample security, and people should know that they can feel comfortable when they come to the game. And if you're interested in becoming an usher or a work for the Wisconsin Center District, have something to do with Admirals games, I actually had this discussion with them yesterday. You go to their website at the Wisconsin Center District, I believe it's wcd.org, and there are applications right on there for the different jobs that they have. And I think you can talk about how you'd like to be an usher in the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena, and try and find employment that way, and you can still be part of what we do. And because we actually consider those people that work our games as part of our team, a part of our family, and it's important that we have good people who have a great attitude and want to be enthusiastic and supportive of our fans and our product.
So, got time for a few more questions here. Eric is wondering, I've heard about a series of open houses to check out the new arena. When are they going to be? And he wants to have his bottle service and vegan menu.
Yes.
Certainly.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Open house, we actually have one scheduled for Monday, the 28th, so this upcoming Monday, from 4 until 8 p.m. And anybody's welcome to come, check out the arena, talk to our staff, pick out some seats that you might be interested in sitting in for next season. You can enter through the off of Kilbourne Avenue, and come check us out. I think it'll be a nice event and a chance for you to see the building. If you haven't been in the building in a long time, I do encourage you to come back and check it out. Jeffrey would like to know, can we exercise between periods walking around the concourse without concession lines blocking the aisles? I know a lot of people do that at the Bradley Center, especially pregame. Yeah.
Will they be able to do that during intermissions?
Right. It's I don't know the distance around. I think it's certainly smaller. I know that I believe 4 laps around the Bradley Center is a quarter of a mile. I think somebody told me.
Not quite, but
yeah,
somewhere around.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be quite as much of a workout, but yes, you can certainly walk around. I mean, with all due respect to my friends down in Chicago at the Allstate Arena, you could actually walk around in a circle as opposed to I'm not even sure what shape that is.
Right.
But you can certainly do that. Yes, there are concession stands all around the building, and I think that they actually line up in a snaked type of formation rather than stacked out. So it should help minimize and open up the space. Yeah, but we hope to have a lot of people in the building, and the more the merrier. And that place really, it's pretty electric when there's a lot of people in there. So will it be quite as easy to make your way all the way around? Maybe not quite as easy, but I think you'll still be able to get it done.
Here's a question I'll just attack here, since this is sort of my domain. Cassie wants to know if she has the rewards app. Will her points carry over to next season? Yes, that won't have anything to do with our move, except that you'll check into a new spot once the once we get here to earn those points. Let's do a couple more questions. Will the Admirals have any talks with the Bucks ownership to eventually have games played in the new arena?
Unlikely. They're not really going to be built for hockey. Their ice setup won't be really built for that. They seem to be more geared toward ice shows, which is your Disney on Ice and things like that, which are half ice areas. So, and it's portable. They bring in the ice and then it leaves. So this is our home. with UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena is going to be, this is our place, and we want to make it as awesome as it could possibly be, and people should think of this as our place, and that's how we're planning to move forward.
And last, and maybe most important, will there be $2 beer Tuesdays at the new arena?
Yes, I know that a lot of people seem to really enjoy that.
But responsibly.
Responsibly, of course. The good news is that the Admirals will actually be getting a cut of all the concessions that are sold in the building, which is something we've never had before. And so we're grateful for, we're grateful at the Bradley Center that you buy a hot dog and a soda and a beer or whatever, but we never got anything out of that.
But now
We'll really be enthusiastic for you to do those types of things. So we have talked to Levy, and we will continue as we move forward and get a schedule for next season about putting together food and beverage specials. We think that those do sell some tickets, and people seem to enjoy them, again, responsibly. But we want to do everything we can from a promotional standpoint to get you to come to the game. So food and beverage deals will certainly be a part of that, no question.
Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up. Folks, thanks for sticking it out with us there. We apologize for numerous technical details. Thank you to Admirals President Jon Greenberg here for joining us. We'll do it again in case as questions come upon us. Maybe next week after our game on Tuesday, after we have the open house Monday night. That's going to again happen at from 4 to 8 o'clock here at UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. So if you have further questions, send them to us. We'll do one of these again later, if not next week, then the following week, and we'll get everything answered for you. So thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great night.